hello everyone. We have a lovely gorgeous lady and she's going to tell you what she just did.
Passed my exam today from the first try.
Tell me how many faults you got, darling.
0. Double 0.
That's unbelievable. So really fantastic. Congratulations. It's really a huge achievement. I remember when we met first time, but then we started to work and we get on very well. Sometimes you thought probably I was too strict.
Oh no, yes. It was because I felt like I wanted to make sure that it's as realistic as possible. So it's really good that you were strict. So it helps you to because you probably picked up more things that an examiner would, because you looked for them and you knew how I was driving, and you knew that she might stall there, but it's good because I saw it on a piece of paper. And it was a good improvement. I knew that I need to improve these things.
Tell please to the great British public, your fellow candidates, what they need to look for.
I was very worried, and I think I haven't been this worried since, I don't know, first time that I did my exams at school in year 10 or whatever. So it's a very different experience to exams at uni or even work environments. It's completely different because some of it doesn't depend on you. It's how the road is going to go, how the other people on the road are going to react to you driving and stuff like that. And just, I think the best thing to remember is that just drive safely and don't react, don't make them worried. Don't worry about them, basically. You do drive safely, and if you know you're driving safely, don't get distracted by if someone jumps out but you stop in time, and you do everything fine. Just carry on driving as you would, because nothing happened. It's a normal situation.
Yeah, so as you learn a lot, yes, observation is the basic. If you look at you know everything, you prepared, nothing could basically surprise you because you prepared, you're ready. You had previously Instructor, and then you saw my car because we neighbors, coincidentally. And then you just contacted me, contacted my assistant. We took it from there. What was your experience?
I only had one instructor before that, and it was 2 years ago. And I've been driving for more than 30 hours and almost 40 hours, which normally on average is what's supposed to get you to the test level. And I was driving with my instructor and twice a week, I think, or once a week, at least once a week, basically. And at one point I noticed that the instructor was just sat on his phone or going through the papers, not making notes on how I'm driving, but just looking through his own stuff. And at that point I thought, oh, okay, maybe I'm a good driver. Maybe I'm ready. Yeah, maybe I'm ready for the test. Yeah, there was no comments about, oh, you need to improve this, or be careful, you've done this wrong, or maybe you need to indicate early and stuff like that. But I asked him if I'm ready to book the test, and he said, oh, no. And as soon as I asked him, he was no, you need to improve this, and started to bring up little bits that I was doing. And I was so whilst I'm driving, how can I improve if you don't tell me what I need to improve?
What have you done in the last 40 lessons?
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't feel like I was improving anymore, and just left it, and I stopped my driving lessons. And then since I contacted Zsolt, we had, how many lessons did we have?
Less than 20.
20, but 2-hour lessons.
2-hour lessons, yeah. So we saw each other
about 10 times.
10 times, yes, 2 hours, yes.
Which I think is perfect, as my result shows.
Yes.
Because initially I only booked four sessions, so 8 hours, but 4 sessions.
Yes.
And halfway through, we both thought, I took my mark, and we both realized I more than you realized that I do need more lessons. And I think that's another thing, don't push yourself, oh, you have to do it in certain amount of lessons. If you do need more, there's no rush.
Yes.
So
safety,
and trust your instructor.
Thank you very much. That's lovely. What do you think, what would you advise to the candidates who are looking for instructor? Obviously it's not about me because I can't be everywhere, so just generally speaking, what you think, what they need to look for, what boxes an instructor need to tick?
First of all, if you feel that your instructor is not right for you for any sort of reason, don't be afraid to change him. Because I feel like, and I heard that for a lot of my friends, they're like, oh, I'm not happy with my instructor, but then I was like, why don't you change them? And they're like, but we're already driving with them and you've been like, it's like a commitment. So they get attached and it's scary. But there's no, like, for any sort of reason, maybe the attitude is not right, maybe the teaching style, like in my case. And in terms of the teaching, I think you should feel yourself that you're improving every single lesson. And if you're not, it's not your fault, like not entirely your fault. Like you might be doing something wrong, but your instructor is there for you to help you to improve. And if that doesn't happen, there must be something wrong. So just watch out for that. And just I don't know. All.
Good,
reviews maybe. Look for reviews.
Website, videos.
And this driving schools. I don't know. Am I allowed to say that?
Oh yes, absolutely. I'm just preparing now a presentation about this subject because it's a huge myth about the driving school. So, what do you think about the driving schools?
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous because at first when I contacted Zsolt and like I told my parents and I told my partner and my friends and they're like, so he's not attached to a driving school. I was like, no, but it's like, how do you know he's reliable? I was like, because of the reviews, because of the website, because of the different credentials, and I just trust the person. And they're like, oh, okay, so there's this stigma that drivers who are not attached to a driving school, they're not as credible, but it's totally not true because I feel like driving school is just a money laundering because obviously the drivers pay to the driving school and the students pay to the driving school, but then at the end it doesn't add any sort of, I don't know, like reassurance. Because I felt from my experience and from my friend's experience, there's no, like, you don't have to be extra to belong to a driving school as an instructor. You can be very average or below average.
Today, just a quick story. A lady stopped me at the petrol station. She asked me for the business card and she said, it's not for me because obviously I'm driving, it's for my friend. She was calling a driving school and she wanted to choose her driving instructor.
You can't.
There is no
That's
chance.
Another thing that I was going to say.
You get who is on the top of the row, like in a taxi rank.
You don't know. It's random, totally random. And it will be weird to change it if you call it a driving school and be like, I want to change the instructor. They'll ask you why, and that you'll have to wait again for a new driving instructor. So
I'm glad you had this experience because it is crucial. It's totally just a middleman not doing anything.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So zero, nothing. So that's absolutely perfect. So you deserve a very good, relaxing holiday. So thank you very much for choosing me and then staying with me. Even sometimes I saw you've been kind of nearly broken to tears
just
after
when
the
I
mock
was doing
test.
my mocks,
Yes, because it's shocking when you get the result. This is the standard. This is where I am on a black and white, and you can compare. But that's where we started really heavily improving to tweak the finer things to make sure you're not going to have any mistake.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.